Dong. Okay, Bakyuti, so remind me where we were in the text last time.
Oh, what I remember? It's been like 2 weeks since then, right?
Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks.
We're still in the book one. I will remember the passage exactly, but he doesn't understand what you want. We're talking about like not becoming perfect, not becoming good enough. It never becomes perfect, like how everything gets kind of, it's infinite knowledge of
Okay,
how, and he would explain what is actually how to attain that good, I guess. Let me see.
we should
I
probably
think we
write,
should next, yeah, write the
down
page and
page number. All right.
right. Or we can just
Um,
watch the previous video and then
well, I think we were around here because we we got to the idea that he was saying that political science seems to be the highest of all things to think about, right?
hmm
Um, and then, so
Yeah,
then,
that's the part. Yeah, that was the beginning, the method of political science here.
right. But I don't remember exactly where we stopped.
Just right at the beginning, our discussion will be adequate.
Okay. So okay, fair enough. And here here, let me check my notes actually. 'Cause- oh, I meant to ask you, did you get the ancient Greek class, the Russian, the thing from Masha?
Yes, I did. I did receive it.
Looks
Yeah.
like she might take it. Are you thinking of it, or you probably don't have time?
Not time and also money because it's not free.
Right.
Yeah, I think I'm not able to right now,
Okay.
but probably do it in the summer or in the winter holidays. I think.
Yeah, I think you just pay by like lesson, don't you? Isn't-
Was that?
I'm not sure how it works. I don't, she didn't send me the details. She just mentioned, but I guess you'd like pay by lesson or something like that.
Probably.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I can't believe you got the Liddell and Scott. That for free. That's crazy. Were you able
Oh,
to download it?
yeah.
That I mean, that that's the standard. Like she showed me, she she said even in her Russian ancient Greek class taught in Russian, they use the
Uh-huh.
Liddell and Scott because that is the standard.
Interesting.
Um, and that one's called there's the little Liddell, the middle
Mhm.
Liddell. So the one that the hard copy that I gave you to borrow, that's the middle little. So there's the little, the middle little, and then there's the great Scott.
Hmm.
And the idea that the great Scott, you could just take 10 minutes to download whatever free online. It's a brave new world. Unbelievable.
Right.
But don't worry, you're doing enough. You don't have to do ancient Greek just yet. So let's go from where we were. So let's just well, let's just start at the top here. All right, so read that, and we'll see if we have anything else we need to say.
All right, let's go.
Uh,
So it says, our discussion will be adequate if we make things perspicacious enough to accord with the subject matter. What is the perspicacious? Let me go a bit.
uh,
Perspicacious.
Perspicuous.
Perspicacious.
Yeah.
Perspicacious. So it says clearly expressed and easily understood, like lucid. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So our discussion will be adequate if we make things perspicacious
Mm-hmm.
enough to accord with the subject matter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For we would not seek the same degree, again, degree of
Mm-hmm.
exactness in all sorts of arguments alike, any more than in the products of different crafts. Wait, we would not seek the same degree of exactness in all sorts of arguments and like
Mm.
any more than in the products of different crafts.
Yeah, so we didn't read this last time. We stopped right here before.
Yes,
Yeah, so we actually stopped up here. And so, since our line of inquiry seeks these goods for an individual and for a community, it is a sort of political science, right? That's where we actually stop.
yep,
We're talking about the more divine, and we were wondering how could something be more divine than divine? Remember?
right, more good.
Yeah. So this, it seems like now we're kind of getting into here, like a different. He's talking kind of about what the method will be,
Hmm.
right? So again, though, you see, it's just this. The every time he says something, it's just infected, for lack of a better. I mean, it'll be clear and perspicuous enough, like clear enough
Hmm.
to accord with the subject matter. What do you like to agree with it, to meet the task, right? So what's our
Uh-huh.
subject matter? Well, according to Irwin here, because you see the bracket, that means that's not Aristotle. That's probably Irwin. He's saying, all right, this 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 part three is on the method of political science. So if that's true, then it's just how to talk about it. Right? How to talk about
Uh-huh.
this branch of knowledge that we call politics. You know?
Yeah.
So it'll be enough, it'll be adequate. In other words, it'll be good enough if we make things clear enough to basically match up with the subject of politics. But then you're wondering, for we would not seek the same degree of exactness in all sorts of arguments alike. Now, that could be a Greek question, actually. When he says arguments, um, he, he might, I don't know what word he's using, but it's a question we could look at, whenever we get to that sort of thing. But any more than in the products of different crafts. So, yeah, what do you think he's trying to say there?
I'm kind of confused, to be honest.
Okay. Well,
Indeed.
let me ask you this. If I said 2 plus 2 equals 4,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
what if I said, you know, 2 + 2 = 4 most of the time? What would you say?
I mean, what are the exceptions in it?
Hmm.
How do you prove it? And what what is the rate? Like, what do you mean by most of the times? How often?
Yeah, and if I said that, you know, uh, there are 3 angles in a triangle most of the time, what would you say?
I would say there are always three angles first off, but because
Okay,
of
now
the
now
yeah, yeah,
with that in mind, reread 4 we would not see.
or we would not seek the same degree of exactness in all sorts of arguments alike any more than in the products of different crafts. Ah,
So in arithmetic and geometry, you can't have most of the time. It either is or it is not, right?
yeah.
But political science, maybe our expectations don't have to be as exact because it's not geometry, is it?
Mm-hmm.
But we can try to get it as close to geometry as we can in the highest degree possible without it being geometry. So, like, for another example, like if I say the sky is blue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it? I mean, is it exactly blue in the same way that there are 3 angles in a triangle, or
Not actually.
am I just describing it? And I mean, if I look outside right now, I think the sky is sort of it's a little grayish looking, and it's kind of pale blue. I don't know. Can't really see out my window at the moment.
Yep. It's more like a specter again.
Yeah, and
It's
when I say blue, mm, how exact is that?
not really.
It's a color, right?
Yes, first off.
So now that doesn't mean colors aren't exact, but if we're going to talk about blue in an exact way, we have to start talking about light frequencies. We basically have to start using mathematics. When I ask
Uh,
you, for example, um, how good, what's your favorite kind of ice cream? Bakyuti?
Um, it's it's vanilla actually.
Were you going to say pistachio?
Pistachio too, yeah.
Do you see this notification that came up? We're going to,
Yeah, 10 minutes.
yeah,
That
one.
sucks.
Well, then I will just start another one again. I guess that's what people do.
Yep.
Okay. Um,
Should we do it now or when it's gonna finish?
yeah, okay. All right, yeah. So you think about what we're talking about.
Yep.
Uh, all right. All right, and I'll start well, wait, I don't know. Let's give it another 5. It said 10 minutes, so I'll keep
Okay.
it. So it's your favorite ice cream is pistachio or vanilla?
Let's go with pistachio. I like it more.
Okay. So now, is it better than vanilla?
Yes. How do I compare though?
Well, then when you compare it, if we start asking why you like it better and you want to explain it, how exact can you really be?
Not really. Like almost even not at all.
So,
It's so fun.
so then when he says, and this is just a comparison, right? So
Uh-huh.
certain arguments like pistachio is better than vanilla or the sky is blue, uh, those arguments aren't going to be exact in the same way geometry is exact,
Right.
any more than in the product of different crafts. So let's say you go to someone and say, make me a perfect, I don't know, horse saddle. Is it going to be absolutely 100% perfect?
No, for sure.
There's going to be some kind of flaw somewhere, right?
Yep.
Even if we don't notice it, we can assume that because if we think hierarchy, because it's a physical product, there's going to be a mistake in there somewhere. Or maybe the mistake is, in fact, that it is physical, possibly. Whereas a triangle never has been physical, never will be. Doesn't have to worry about that problem.
Hmm.
Does that make more sense now?
Yeah.
So political science, apparently, for what Aristotle seems to be saying is, as long as we're as exact as we can be, we make things perspicuous enough, clear enough, in accordance with the subject, the the topic, the science itself, the knowledge of politics itself, which deals with physical people, right? Because humans are political animals.
Mm-hmm.
Then that we should be happy with that or content or satisfied with that. That should be adequate. But we can't expect it to be perfect. What do you think?
I would agree.
Yeah. I think that's all he's trying to say here. Like, don't expect geometry when we talk politics.
Uh-huh. It's just, yep.
All right. So, yeah, so I'll end this one and then I don't know. I don't know. I've never done this 40 minute thing. Have you done it before?
Uh, no. It's interesting because when there was only two people, there were only two people, they usually would do for like forever.
Yeah.
It's weird. Maybe we can do that until the end and you'll start this meeting again.
Yeah, I think that's just let it end us.
Yeah.
And because I don't think it's gonna matter.
Mm-hmm.
So okay. And I don't know, maybe if somebody's watching the video, they'll get a kick out of us not knowing what the hell how to do this. All right, so now there's a asterisk here, so apparently Irwin has something to say. But whatever, I think that's enough to understand what he's trying to say because it's the method, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, maybe I don't know. Again, that's Irwin. That's not Eric. But all right, so now we go uh part three, chapter three, whatever. Book one, chapter three, section two. Go
Okay,
for it. Let's read it.
let's go. Now, find and just things which political science examines differ and vary so much as to seem to rest on convention only, not on nature.
Hmm. All right, you explain that
Conventional.
to me.
I mean, it's just the way how we people just agree and kind of agree on some basis. It's not something that is natural or something like that, but it's the people who kind of put the borders, I guess, or
Hmm.
put the kind of put the constraints. So yeah, I think that's the with the thing with the politics. Just the
Well,
people who decide
do you notice any other words?
who
It,
vary so much. Condition. Nature one.
Mhm.
It's interesting. Like first question, my first question would be, what does he mean by like natural? Again,
Big
but
question. Yeah.
it's too big, I guess.
No,
But
it's not too. No, it's not too big. I mean, but let's start a little bit smaller. Now, remember, there are a couple words we want to watch out for, right?
mm-hmm,
So read it again and think, what words do you remember that we're supposed to be looking out for with Aristotle?
more.
More, yeah, the melissa, the most of all, the
Yeah.
more, that degree of comparison. But then there was another term that he uses all the time.
What was that? Attains or something like that. Like it's again, it was something like a scale and change so much as to seem to rest convention of the nature.
You just read it.
Seem, yes, appears to be right.
Mhm. So,
Sorry, let's
so find. All right. So I think we're gonna work backwards here on this
uh-huh.
sentence. But so they seem to rest on convention only, not on nature. So does that mean that he's saying they do rest on convention only? Or is he saying when he says seem, it's like he's saying that's what people think. Are you still there?
Yep. I'm listening.
All right. I'm waiting for the Zoom thing to be like, okay, meeting's over. I don't know. I
Yeah.
hopefully it'll tell me. Yeah. So, all right. So you got the same thing now. So let's look at the beginning of that. Now, fine and just things. What? What are those?
Yes, that was the question. Like my brain just skipped it. It said, okay, fine and just things. Just
Like, like just, I think good things. You could use the word good here, probably.
good thing. What about fine?
Probably you could use beautiful things
Okay.
or virtuous things. I don't know. That's a Greek question. We'd have to look at the Greek to see.